All right, guys, everyone should have a whiteboard on their desk and a notebook. We are doing a reintroduction of period 5 today. Now, we are going to go over your FRQs on Monday. I just need time to cover period 5. A lot of you had the 5 as your weakest, so I think it makes sense that I'm going to focus on 5, right? Next Monday, I'll have time to go over your FRQ, your LAQs, SAQs, and DBQs on Monday. So that is a good thing. So I'll be doing that on Monday, which is also the day of my AP Psych exam. I know you personally don't care, but I do. They're going to kill it. They're going to kill it. Just don't tell them I said that. All right. I do want to make an announcement. I am offering extra credit for the first and only time of the entire year. So please take advantage of it. The extra credit is you can bring in Crayola crayons, Crayola colored pencils, highlighters, and dry erase markers. If you look at that wall, I think you would absolutely, completely agree that you've been using these tools all year, yes? Imagine if I had more highlighters, I could give you multiple highlighters at the beginning of your Barron's book. Wouldn't that be nice? Hello? Or if you asked me for one, I could hand one to you on a regular basis. So I hope you see that I'm not trying to be greedy. All of these things I use in my classroom on a daily, if not on a weekly, if not daily thing. So if you could please contribute to my classroom, I'd really appreciate it. It will be going to a good cause. I hope you believe that. So each one is 5 points. You can bring in a total of 20 points, and it's going on this week's test. So it's a straight addition into the grade book. Is that fair? So if you get a perfect score on the test, you can get a 90 out of 70 on the test. So that's where the points are going. I hope you see that it would directly benefit my classroom and my kids for next year. You guys have benefited from my kids from last year donating. This is how I keep all this stuff in my classroom on a regular basis and try to keep nice stuff for you. So this is how it works. If you could contribute, I'd really appreciate it. And you get the bonus points. Sounds good? Any questions on that? Munson did ask me, did it have to be Crayola? So I'm not trying to be a brat. But Crayola ones really are the ones that last the longest, and all the other ones break the moment you look at them. Would you agree? So that's why I would like it. It lasts longer. It wears better, as in, like, it doesn't break. It will be around longer, so I don't have to throw them away after the first time a kid uses them. That's all I'm asking. Dry erase markers, I don't care. Like, any, like, Office Depot ones are absolutely perfect for me. I don't care. What?
Do you want, like, one pack or what?
I'm only going to give you 20 points. So if you want to buy me you can get me 4 packs of highlighters and that'll get your 20 points. You can get me 4 packs of crayons, I can get you your 20 points. You can buy me 16 packs of everything on that board and that will still only get you 20 points. But it's up to you. It's going to my classroom. It's considered a nice little donation. I'm a little empty in there. Anyway. Alright, so that is the extra credit opportunity. It ends this Friday. It's not going to go extend. I hate inflating grades. So, but I could use the help and you could use the help as well. So this is your opportunity. All right, here we go. On your whiteboard, please give me all 11 Chinese dynasties in order, please. If you don't know this by now, I don't know what I can do to help. Oh, I have a gift for you. My boy Cade yesterday said he was struggling with me remembering what dynasty goes in what period. So I spent 2 hours of my life doing this for my boy Cade because I want him to be successful because I know how hard he works for me. So I thought, well, if I'm doing it for Cade, I might as well give it to the rest of you. So good. Come on, you got 5. You should be breaking it by time periods at this point, people. There is no point knowing what the dynasties are if you can't put them in time periods. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Period 1 is what, Peyton?
The Zia Shang and Zhao.
Period 2 is what, Patrick? Period 3 is what, Carlota? There you go. Period 4 is what, Caroline?
It's Qing and Ming.
Qing and Ming, and that goes all the way to 6. The Qing. What? Oh, no, sheep. All right. If you look at the gift I just made for you, let me pass that back to me. Oh, never mind. Thank you, Lindsay. All right. If you look at the list I just gave you, it's actually pretty awesome. I can't believe I haven't made it before. Okay, it's literally my back wall condensed. That's it. So, if I could do it again, which I'm not going to do, because I already made one this year. When I redo it for next year, I'll probably do it. I would probably write in my time periods, like period 1, 10,000 BCE to 600 BC, right? Put those on there. You will see I have them all broken down where these civilizations are to keep it easier to keep it straight. The major events are not all the events that happened during that time period. They're just the most important ones, I would say. And I can tell you, I've already looked at my list and I was like, damn it, how did I not mention the scramble of Africa for period 5? So what I would do, ladies and gentlemen, is I would go through and I would annotate this list. For every civilization that you know, like you should know Mesopotamia, correct? What is something about Mesopotamia you should know? Gunner. There you go. What else is something you should know, Dylan? Code of Hammurabi. What else should you know, Melu?
It's on the Tigris.
Tigris-Euphrates River. Abby. Uniforms, ziggurats, all that crap. So do you need to make a note next to Mesopotamia? But if there's a civilization you come up across, like the Olmecs, anyone know anything about the Olmecs? Rubber people. What else? Raina? Yeah, the big heads. Okay, maybe the Olmecs were not a great example. Okay, all right. But I would go through and I would annotate. If there's a civilization you don't know, I'd make a couple notes right next to it. Nothing crazy. Don't go insane. This should be a nice little cheat sheet, right? This would actually be, if you go through and you do what I'm telling you to, of like annotating what you don't know, okay, adding a couple little things next to things, civilizations you don't know, this would be a really great thing to look at the morning before your exam, right? If you put a little more time into the major events, right? Like for instance, if I was you right now, I'd write down Scramble of Africa in period 5. Because I'm a dum-dum and didn't write it. But I did do spheres of influence. Does that make any sense? Dum-dum. Anyway, I would go through my list. I would annotate the ones you don't know and maybe add a couple big events. If you don't know one of the big events, I would write down just a couple notes next to it. Essentially, at the end of the day, you should know everything on this list. Okay? I would write in maybe a couple big things I forgot or didn't put in. But I would keep it nice, simple, and clean. This is nice, simple, and clean. Would you agree? I would put in all my time periods, so period 2, 600 BCE to 600 CE, period 3, all that crap. But I think it's a nice way to look at it. Cade, what do you think?
It's nice. I like it.
All right. It's nice. That's why I worked 2 hours on it for it. It's nice. All right, here we go on your whiteboard. Give me all 6 time periods. Date ranges, please. It was really nice and pretty and colorful. This is the original. Okay, pretty and colorful is relative, I guess. But I did use green and red. It's colorful for me, Carlota, okay? I don't think you would describe me as a very colorful person, would you? Not necessarily. That's a very kind way to say absolutely not. Three, 2, 1. Cal, period 1.
10,000 BCE to 600 BCE.
Karishma, 2.
600 BCE to 600 CE.
Elizabeth, 3.
600 CE,
4. Colton.
1450 CE to 1750 CE.
5. Melu.
1750 to 1900.
8. Nope, 6. 6. Munson. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is this time period most known for? Period 5. What is period 5 most known for? There's two major things you should have on your board. Two major things. That's one, Raina. Good. Not imperialism. What are they? No, World War I is in 6. Good. What is it, Walker?
The age of industrialization and the age of revolution.
Yeah, age of revolutions and industrialization. That's what period 5 is all about. Okay, imperialism, which is also going to be happening during period 5, occurs because Europeans are looking for what two things on your boards? Europeans are looking for what two things? Ooh, that's me. Good. What are they? Peyton.
Resources and markets.
Good. Resources and markets. On your whiteboard, please tell me what two things you have to have in order to industrialize. What two things do you have to have in your country in order to industrialize? Good. What do you need, Abby? Coal and iron ore on your whiteboard. What is the first country to industrialize? Come on, guys. First country to industrialize. Who is it, Jing Hao? Great Britain on your whiteboard. Please tell me what is my 4 industrialized powers. What 4 countries are going to be the first ones to industrialize? No. They have tons of resources. That's why Hitler wants them. No. Not Belgium. What accomplishment do you think of for Belgium? They have delicious chocolate, though. That is an accomplishment. Yes. What are they, Sarah?
Great Britain, Germany, America, France.
Yeah. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of one of the major machines that allowed industrialization to occur on a major scale. I'll tell you this. Talked about like machines for like one day. It's better than farming, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we got some pretty generic answers here. Alright, what do we got, Tristan?
Steam engine.
Steam engine. What's another one, Raina? Cotton gin is another one. Why is cotton gin going to be an answer to allow industrialization to occur? You can raise your hand and tell me why the cotton gin is. What do you got, Carlota? Okay, because what is the most, what is the largest produced item in the world? Textiles. And most textiles are made out of? Cotton. What else you got, Gunner?
Bessemer converter.
Bessemer converter. Why do we care about the Bessemer converter, Gunner?
Because it made steel easy to make.
There you go. Made it easy to make, which made our buildings, which made our engines, which made our factories. You also could have had the mule. What is the mule? Oh, you're talking about the actual animal. No, the mule is going to allow, it's a little machine that allows the creation of fabrics. Okay, you have the... No, not this. That's been around for quite some time. Anyway, moving forward. On your whiteboard, please tell me what year is slavery abolished? Everywhere. No. Yeah, my girl. Everyone listen up. Abby's got something to teach you. She's the only one who knew it. Abby, what year is it abolished? 1888. It's kind of an easy number to remember. What is the last country to abolish slavery in 1888? On your whiteboard. They're the ones who need it the most. South Africa, no. What is the last country to abolish slavery? What is it, Colton? Brazil. Who can raise your hand and tell me why Brazil would be the last country to give up slavery? Elizabeth. Their entire economy is that. Did the United States give up slavery willingly? No. No, we did not. We fought a civil war over it, people. No, we did not. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the first major country to give up slavery? No! We just had a civil war. When was the Civil War fought? 61 to 65. That's pretty damn close to the end for everyone. What is it, Alex? Great Britain is the first one. They do in 1803. Fun fact. Big difference. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what year is the U.S. Civil War start to finish? I just said it if you heard it. Start to finish, Audie. You got it. No. No. Walker!
1861 to 1865.
1861 to 1865. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the order of the first three major revolutions? What is the order of the first three major revolutions? Oh God. Good. Munson.
American, French, Asian.
American, French, Haitian. Who is the leader of the American Revolution? Oh God, people. There's some things you shouldn't really hesitate on. This would definitely qualify as one. Callie! George Washington. Who is the leader of the French one? He has an awesome name. He'll eventually be executed. It's on your whiteboard. What? The biggest name, the only name you should know from it. He's going to lead most of it. No, not Napoleon. There's nothing about Napoleon that says, yeah, this is a new age. Good. What is it, Dylan?
Maximilian Robespierre.
Robespierre. Yes. On your whiteboard, who's the Haitian dude? Yeah. Yeah. Who is it, Krishma? Leo Overture. There's a lot of you who aren't getting these questions right. What are you doing about making notes? I see my girl Caroline making little notes on her sheet that she got. I like it. I like it. It's going well. Leo Overture is your Haitian. Who can raise their hand and tell me how the hell did the Haitians beat the French? What the hell was happening in France during this time, Jing Hao? It's a very vague statement to make, Jing Hao. You're going to score 0 points on that one. What do you got, Dylan?
They did it when the French government was called the Directory and not so good. They didn't really know what they were doing in France. And so the army
Actually, no, you're a little early. You're a little earlier than during it. Pagan.
The Napoleonic War.
Yeah! Napoleon's going around killing everyone in like Europe, man. He's taking over a whole empire. Do you think he cares about an island? Not really, until he realizes that, oh, all of our exports go to that island. Oh, we need that sugar in order to pay for war. Oh, then he cares. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the gentleman who is known as the Liberator? Because he's going to liberate over 14 countries. And his hero is George Washington, and he carried around a letter that George Washington actually wrote back to him because he was like, oh my God, fangirl. What is it, Audie? Who is it, Audie?
Simon Bolivar.
Simon Bolivar. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name? What country is Simon Bolivar kicking out? What is he really good at defeating? Think about it. Makes perfect sense if you think about it. Who is it, Ryan? Spain. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name? Please tell me, what is the name of the division of Africa by European countries? No. What is it, Jamal? Scramble for Africa. When the Scramble of Africa was getting too heated, they got all the white people to sit down and have a conversation about the rules for dividing up this continent. What is that meeting called? Payton.
The Berlin Conference.
Berlin Conference. Berlin Conference had how many countries at it? For some reason this matters. They care. No. How many, Abby? 14 on your whiteboard. How many African nations were present? How many, Abby? 0. On your whiteboard. Please tell me. What is it called when China is divided amongst European nations? Good. What is it, Cal?
Spheres of influence.
Spheres of influence. Who can raise your hand and tell me the difference between what is happening in China and what is happening in Africa? Patrick.
So in Africa, it's a direct division controlled directly by the country, but like the sphere of influence is like they're like indirectly controlling like sort of like a puppeteer.
There you go. Very nicely done, Patrick. Absolutely. What gives Europeans the entrance into China to create the sphere of influence? What is their opportunity? And some of you say this is your favorite thing we studied all year. What is it, Tristan?
Opium Wars.
Opium Wars. On your whiteboard, what European power is involved in the Opium Wars? What power? What power? Bronson. Great Britain. On your whiteboard, please tell me. Who can explain to me what happened in the Opium War? What do you got, Colton?
So, Britain was starting to lose money in China and they weren't allowing trade, so they got all the Chinese addicted to Indian opium to sort of open up trade and then.
To make money.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happened?
Then, the Qing dynasty banned it, threw it all in the ocean, and Britain.
I don't remember the ocean part. It sounds a lot like American Tea Party here.
That's the thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Could you imagine the fish? Just like. Sorry. All right, you go.
And then the Britain merchants got really mad and they were like, all right, let's open up this trade. And they fought. And they opened up and Britain to Beijing, I would say.
Yeah. All right. So ton of people in China are addicted to opium. That obviously the British, their economy over in the East Indies depends on opium trade. So we have people inside China fighting to get opium. We got British people fighting to get into China to sell this opium. And eventually the British have to sign what? What sets up the spheres of influence? What is the term we use on your whiteboard? What is the term we use to describe the official opening of China to the Europeans? What is it, Ryan? Unequal treaties. They sign the unequal treaties, and the official name of those unequal treaties are what, Payton?
The Treaty of Nanjing.
Treaty of Nanjing is the official opening of China to the spheres of influence. With that being said, everyone pretty much gets involved except for what major player? What country does not take its place in China? However, it does carve out a nice little piece of the Philippines and the Marshall Islands and all that stuff. What is it, Karishma? America. Yeah, U.S. doesn't get involved in China, but are we still an imperialistic nation? Yes. Yes, we are. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what do we call Dutch people living in Africa? Good. What do we call them, Jamel? Boers. Who can explain to me the Boer War? Who can explain to me the Boer War? Oh, God. Callie!
So they were in their country, but then they got
Who?
kicked out.
Where are
The
we? Are we
Boers.
in Europe?
No, in Africa.
Okay.
And they they got kicked out by the British.
Yes.
And then they made this long journey down to South Africa.
Yes.
And then they
Hold on. Okay, there's a little bit more to it. Okay, so the Boers are Dutch. They show up and they start farming the land. They've been there for like probably about 70 or 80 years. Then the British show up and they're like, "You're not very powerful anymore. I'm going to take this land." So they push the Dutch, the Boers, to the north. Well, in the north, what do they find in the mountains? Gold. And so they don't find silver there. There's no silver in Africa. There's only gold. So they go in the mountains. They're like, "Damn, thanks, Britain. Look at us. We're now way wealthy." And Britain's like, "Oh, shit. So what they do is they go and they attack the Boers. So why is this a big deal? Why is this a big deal, Munson?
White on white.
It's white on white crime. Holy heaven, this can't happen. So white on white crime, eventually the Boers are completely removed. The British win, okay? And the reason why we care about it is because it's white on white. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about imperialism, do you know how many hundreds of millions of natives white people killed? No, because we don't know because they didn't count. But we do know that over 1,000 white people were killed during the Boer War. Jesus. That's why you care about the Boer War. It's white on white. On your whiteboard, please tell me. There are 2 ways we justified imperialism of Africa. What are the 2 ways we justified it? Or white people justified it? Europeans. Don't say racism. I'm not accepting racism. Be a little bit more, yeah! No, not natural resources. Racial science. Alright, I'll accept your second one, not your racial science. Good! Good! What are they, Peyton?
Social Darwinism and the white man's burden by Rudyard Kipling.
There you go. Who can raise your hand and tell me what social Darwinism is? What is social Darwinism, Ryan?
It's like Darwin's theory of survival of the fittest applies to humanity, where basically those who are more evolved, which they said was the white people, have a right to attack and colonize the
Okay.
less evolved.
Because they were industrialized. That's why. Alright, what is Rudyard Kipling's? What do we got? Gunner.
It was the white man's duty to help the Africans because they were so underdeveloped that we have to care for them and do all the stuff they need. We'll give them a better life by occupying their country.
Yeah, instilling their resources. You know, killing and raping their women. It's fine. Cool. Yep, there you go. Alright, on your whiteboard, please tell me what is... Please tell me, after what rebellion does Britain take complete control over India and does not even play that they're not in complete control of the entire government? Good. Good. What is it? Audie! Sepoy Rebellion. Who can raise your hand and tell me about the Sepoy Rebellion? Oh, come on. This was the cool one. This is like all different animals. We got Tristan.
So the British
Seat
were
curling.
using animal fats and stuff for guns, and the Indians didn't know about this, but when they
Well, they
figured
did
out,
know about it. I mean, you
Well,
can tell when there's grease.
They figured out, and it was against their religion, so they got angry about it, and they started revolting, and then the British just crushed them.
And then decided to full-on occupy the entire country. Okay? There was a rumor going around whether it was cow, which would upset what religion? Or if it was pig, which would offend what religion? Islam. And the fact that the British didn't care about any religious causes or reasons, that would be because of the Sepoy Rebellion. And that's going to cause a huge output. After that, the British are going to completely crack down and they're going to full on occupy with a military occupation. Okay? No, it's like, oh, what do you call a British soldier who is of Indian descent? That was a whiteboard question, but thanks, Dylan. Dylan, what do we call them? Sepoy. So they were just giving to them as members of their military. Just like if you enlist right now, you'll get a gun. The United States will issue a gun, same for the British. On your whiteboard, what is the biggest rebellion in China against the sphere of influence where they're going around killing all the white people? Yeah, they're going and killing all the white people. Which one is that, Cade?
Boxer Rebellion.
Boxer Rebellion. Who can explain the Chinese Boxer Rebellion? Oh, God. What do you got? Callie.
So it was called the Boxer Rebellion because it was all like the martial arts people, and then they
What? I didn't hear it. Because they're what?
martial arts, and then and so then they went and they took Beijing and they killed a bunch of white people.
Yes, they killed all the white people. What's the outcome of it?
Bad because they got defeated.
Ah.
But it was really violent too.
It was really violent. What is the outcome of it? Ryan.
The like foreign enclaves, like California, used to destroy temples and stuff.
Okay, there's going to be retribution by the Europeans, but the Europeans are now going to have full militaries regulating their communities that they've taken over in China. So instead of it being Chinese government with Europeans messing with the economy, now each European government is going to have their own little European military, and that's going to how they hold power. All right. What is the other major rebellion, which is almost a coup in China? Good. What is it? Munson. Taiping Rebellion. What is that about? What is the Taiping Rebellion about? What we got, Tristan?
That is the Chinese people revolting directly against the Manchu government, like Qing, right?
Qing, yes.
Yeah, okay. And they revolt directly against them and overthrow them.
They almost do.
Oh, almost.
They almost do. Who comes to the Manchu's aid? Who comes to the Qing's aid?
British.
The British. Why would the British want to save the Manchus? Why, Colton?
They're basically puppets of Britain.
Yeah, they're doing whatever the British tell them to do. So why would Britain? It's very expensive to directly maintain and control a country outside of your own country. It's expensive to run the United States. I mean, do you see how much we pay in taxes? Okay, we pay a lot. But that being said, to have your own country running and then running another country with all the bureaucracy and all that stuff, it's very expensive. So the British are actually pretty good by period 5. They're like, yeah, we don't want to have any more colonies. We just want to do whatever the hell we want. That's why they keep local governments in power, but they're really the ones calling the shots, which is the Taiping Rebellion. It's almost successful, but it wasn't successful because the British are going to step in and come to the aid of the Qing because the Qing are doing the bidding of the British. Good. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the law code Napoleon came up with. It's really not that hard. Don't put that much thought into it, people. Good. What is it, Jing Hao? Napoleonic Code. What are the 3 stages of the French Revolution? No, it's a good one. No. Guys, the first stage is the actual French Revolution. Good. Good. What are they? Carlota. There you go. Who can tell me what the French Revolution's all about? What is the actual French Revolution about? Come on. I see you, Gunnar. I better talk to you. Dylan.
Tax, or the way the French government is paying their taxes.
Okay.
Unequal representation in the government for poor people.
All right. What is, on your whiteboard, what is the name of pre-revolution representative body in France? What do we call it? No. It's post. Good. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it, Sarah? Estates General. Who can explain to me what the Estates General is? What do we got, Jing Hao? It's your church. Your church, your lords and nobles and king, and then your peasants. Who always loses? Peasants. There you go. So the States General, we have a ton of court accords where things go down. Everyone's pissed. Okay. On your whiteboard, what is the name of the last king of France? Good. Who is it, Jamal? Louis the 16th. On your whiteboard, what is the name of the gentleman who's really to blame for the French Revolution because he's known as the Sun King, and he is the one who really abuses his power. He's also going to build Versailles, and frankly, he goes on massive spending sprees. Good. Who is it? Belu. Louis the 14th is your Sun King. Does anyone remember the Sun King's right hand? This is the guy who actually created this whole idea of a Sun King. have no idea what you wrote there, boss. What is it? It is a cardinal. Is that why we have chicken scratch underneath it? No, not Chevalier. It's Cardinal Richelieu. He's gonna be the dude who creates this whole French system of the king in the center of power. Everything revolves around the king. If you're coming with me to this summer, we're going to see Versailles. And we're going to see the king's chambers, which are literally in the center of the palace, as a way to keep an eye on all the lords and nobles and all that. That's pretty cool. On your whiteboard, please tell me who's the guy behind the Reign of Terror. It's a great name. I actually have a kid with this first name. Clint. Weird. Who is it? Who is it? Krishma. Robespierre. On your whiteboard. Why is it called the Reign of Terror? Why? You can explain to me why it's called the Reign of Terror, Walker.
Because they're cutting off everyone's head.
With a little more context, Walker.
He wanted to stay in power, so he cut off
Uh,
everyone's head.
no, I'm going to say no on that. Elizabeth. That may be pro-crown, correct? So, they're going to go around. What tool do they use there, Elizabeth? The guillotine. How long does the Reign of Terror last? How many years, Gunner?
2. Wait,
I think it's 4.
I thought it was 92, 94.
I could easily go for 3. 2 seems short for me. 2 or 3 years. Can we settle on that? It's 2 or 3 years. It's fine. You don't need to know the exact date. They're never going to ask you for that. All right. There's going to be a little man who's going to end the Reign of Terror, because mostly he just invades. What is this man? Who is this man? Who is it? Caroline. Napoleon. Napoleon is going to be a general. He is going to become incredibly popular. He is going to take his place in what is his first position in government. Starts with a C. He becomes a what? Good. What does he become, Marina? No. Oh, no. What does he become, Alex? A consulate. You don't become a chancellor unless you're living in Germany. He becomes a consulate. Then he's like, you know what, screw it. Let's overthrow this government. And he creates what government next? What is his government that he created? Good. Walker.
The directory?
The directory. And then after 2 years of running the directory, he's like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do this. And what does he name himself? After 2 years of being one of 2 people, he names himself what? Jing Hao? Emperor. Emperor of France. Because that's exactly what the French Revolution was about, right? Alright. So, Napoleon becomes Emperor of France, and they go on like a butt-kicking spree. Like, ka-chaka, ka-chaka, ka-chaka. They're going around killing everyone. Then he makes a fateful decision to do what? What is the beginning of his downfall? No, that's the second big loss. What is it? Abby! He invaded Russia. What don't you ever do, people? You never invade Russia. You never invade Russia. Ever. So Napoleon invades Russia. It does not go well. He gets banished to an island, okay, Corsica. He gets banished to Corsica. Okay, he's there. He meets a pretty girl, flirts with the girl, and the girl's like, yeah, I'll row you back to land. So she gets in the boat, he rolls it back to land, and what does Napoleon declare for the second time? What does he declare on your whiteboard for the second time? Imagine declaring yourself once, but doing it twice must be boss. What does he declare himself, Abby? Emperor of France. A second time. However, he's going to be banished after 100 days after a loss at what major place? What is it, Tristan?
Battle of Waterloo.
Battle of Waterloo. And then my man is going to be banished again to a much smaller island with not so pretty of girls. And he's gonna get drunk and fall down a flight of stairs. Ta-da! Napoleon. On your whiteboard. Please tell me. What is the name of the document that says that no European power is allowed to trade or interact with Latin and Central America unless the Americans approve? That in fact, de facto, the Americans control all the shots. What is it, Ryan? The Monroe Doctrine. On your whiteboard, please tell me. Give me 2 examples of United States imperialism. Give me 2 examples of U.S. imperialism. I'm going there this summer. Fiji is not one of them. I wish it was. No, it's not. It's the other islands. Oh, we didn't take Cuba. Can't take Cuba. Good. What do we got? You're supposed to have 2 examples, Melu, but I see 1. What do you got for 1, Melu? Hawaii! Yes, you can tell me, why did the United States take Hawaii? How did that happen? How did that go down? Dylan?
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Tristan?
So we went in there and we kind of were nice to them for a while, and then we killed their queen or king.
We tried killing the queen, but she got away, but she ended up dying of a broken heart. Who is leading it? Gunner?
James Dole.
Dole! Why would Dole be going around killing people and overthrowing the local government, Colton? Pineapples. So every time you eat a pineapple, Hawaiian dies. I'm just kidding. Don't be really. But it's really not good for the Hawaiians. Also, sugar grows on Hawaii. Used to be a huge export. Also, macadamia nuts almost solely come from Hawaii, by the way. What's another place of U.S. imperialism? What do we got? Patrick. Philippines. Why would we want the Philippines, Patrick? They're really lovely people, Patrick. Jamal.
Easier access to China and Japan.
There you go. Because who is our ally at this point? Japan. And Guam, of course. We also have the Marshall Islands. All of those are for military protection. Puerto Rico is going to be one we just kind of like, On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the dude who forces Japan to open its doors? We didn't really go through this in great detail. Good. Who is it? Who is it? Abby. Commodore Matthew Perry. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is, during period 5, we have what traditional government is still in place in Japan? They're eventually going to be overthrown. What was the traditional government in Japan? Good, I got 1, 2. No. No, that's their honor code, my love. No. What is it, Jing Hao? Tokugawa shogunate. You can't just write shogunate, you gotta have Tokugawa. Once Matthew Perry says, open your doors, Japan, or I'm going to blow it open, they open it, and within 2 years, who overthrows the Tokugawa shogunate and then put themselves in power? It's drawing. What is it? Walker.
Mage Restoration.
Mage Restoration. The Mage Restoration is pro what country? Which is really ironic for what's going to happen in 6. What is it? Pro who, Zach?
Pro USA.
Pro USA. USA, which is why we have a good relationship with Japan now, even though, you know, there's a little rough patch called World War II. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of Japan's first, I'm here, post-industrialization? What war is there? Hello, world. I want to be a world power. Make me a world power because I just beat a bunch of people. Who is it? What is it, Walker?
The Russo-Japanese War.
Yes, you can tell me, what is the Russo-Japanese war about? What do we got? Jamal?
Russia tries to invade Japan.
But loses, absolutely. And why do they lose?
Because of like the winds.
No, that's the Mongols. That's the Mongols who get defeated by the tsunami winds. Raina. They're not industrialized well. On your whiteboard, what is the name of the semi-industrialized Russian system. It starts with a W. The only thing it actually accomplishes is the Trans-Siberian Railroad. So close. Yeah, Elizabeth! The WIT system is the first step of Russian industrialization. What other major war are the Russians going to lose? And it's going to be against the French and the British, and they're going to get their butts kicked. And frankly, I don't think they've recovered, because Putin is still a little salty about it. What is it? Munson. Crimean War. Why is the Crimean War happening? Who can raise your hand? Why is the Crimean War happening? What do we got? Munson.
Russia's trying to invade the Congress.
And who previously owned it? Who was dying? The Ottomans, absolutely. And so what happens?
Because of the Westphalia, like
Very
the
nice.
war against them.
There you go. So there's a power vacuum. The Ottoman Empire is decreasing in power, so the Russians are like, hell yeah, what an opportunity, free ride. So they go and invade the territory, and the United States, nope, the British and the French are like, no, Russia, you can't do that. So they go in and beat the hell out of them and push them way back. And it's so embarrassing, so the Russians are embarrassed. And then the Russo-Japanese War, because they're trying to like build up their ego, like, yeah, look, we can still be a people. So then they turn to a newly industrialized country called Japan, and then they get their butts kicked there. Don't worry, it all comes together. Sort of. Goodbye! Aren't we glad we're in period 5? Isn't it way more interesting? It is so much